Good morning, guys. And we're here on a Tuesday morning, and I'm in Second Corinthians chapter 2, reading from verse number 9, where Paul says, I wrote to you as I did to test to see if you will follow my instructions and fully comply. When you forgive this man, I forgive him too. And when I forgive whatever needs to be forgiven, I do so with Christ's authority for your benefit, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. There was a guy who apparently had been causing some problems in the church, and so Paul was saying to them at the end of the day, as Christians, what they needed to do was to forgive this man. And he says, look, in forgiving him, I will forgive him too. I'm telling you guys to forgive him, but I'm also going to forgive him. And when I forgive him, I'm forgiving him on Christ's authority. And his words were, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his schemes. I want to remind us today not to be outsmarted by the enemy, by Satan. One of the ways that he comes against us is unforgiveness. When somebody wrongs you and you get this self-righteous act that, hey, I don't need to forgive them, even if they claim they're sorry, because at the end of the day, they should have known better and all this stuff. But it's one of the evil schemes, because when you carry around that discomfort and you carry around that bitterness, it does not work for you. It then begins to affect your interactions with other people. Even though Tom was the one who did you wrong, when you're dealing with Jane, you got a skepticism that Jane didn't deserve. You're unable to open your eyes and observe Jane for herself and see the kind of person she is and deal with her on her level, because you're thinking, but Tom came just like that, you know? So when you forgive others, it's better for you. It's not you. When you hold on to it, you're not doing them anything, but you are causing problems for your own self. And as he said, so that the devil will not be able to outsmart us, because we are familiar with his scheme. And so that's one of the things. Become familiar with these little things that might seem to be come up against you, and understand what the word says about it. If the word says that you're to forgive, you forgive. If the word says you need to be kind, you be kind. You don't look at the okay, but they're not kind to me, so why should I be kind to them? Because God says so. They don't show me any kind of love, so why should I show love? Because God says so. He says that we must be kind and show love, and it must not be dependent on whether or not the person did it first. Because they say you reap what you sow. So it goes without saying, if we sow forgiveness, if we sow kindness, if we sow help and encouragement, then we begin to reap those things. So become familiar with the enemy's schemes. He likes to especially interrupt our relationships with each other, because when our relationships are interrupted, it's difficult to love, it's difficult to be kind, it's difficult to show the characteristics of Christ to the people around us. Let's become familiar with his scheme and know that it's for us, it's for our benefit. If we stick to what the word says and allow God to use us and to be examples of his character here on earth, be vessels that he can work through to help the people that are around us, to be a blessing to the people that are around us. That's my encouragement to you as we go into this work week. Have a wonderful day, and remember, God loves you, and I do too.